Today I'm gonna replace the engine air filter on my 2007 Acura RL. Here is the part number. All right, here's the engine air filter box. There are 4 screws that we're gonna have to loosen. We're gonna have to move this air tube out of the way so we can pull the cover up and remove the old filter and put the new one. We're gonna have to remove a few panel covers. Here's the, this is the battery. It's right here. All right, let's get this out of the way. There is one more right here. It's just a panel cover and just pulls out. All right, 2 more in the back. Oh, actually, this one is broken. I don't have one over there. All right, here's the 4th one. All right, now I'm gonna pry out the air tube. Yeah, just like this. Just move it out of the way. All right, perfect. Now we need to wiggle the cover. Just watch for the, there's a sensor connected here. Here's the sensor connection. Need to make sure we don't pull that. There we go. All right, let me move this to the side. Let's see if I can pull this. There we go. All right, the cover is off. Here's the old filter to see how dirty it is. I gotta say, this is a very beautiful engine air filter. I've seen the ones on Mercedes, on the Chrysler, almost on every vehicle. And I gotta say, this is a very beautiful filter. Looks like it's made nicely. I think it's made in Japan. All right, this is out of the way. Just look how dirty it is. I mean, it could have been worse, but. All right, let's see if we need to vacuum here. Well, there are some leaves that I'm gonna vacuum. I'm gonna use my shop vacuum, then we're gonna install the new filter. Now we installed the new air filter. The tan color goes on top. Just pay attention, there is an up at the bottom. This one goes right here. You just make sure the filter is seated properly. All right, now that the engine air filter is in place and seated properly, now we put back the air box cover. Now I found the best way to put this back in place is to pry the air duct back in place. Just like this. Perfect. right, just making sure everything is in place. Here is the sensor. Just put back the clamp on the cover box. There we go. All right, I'm gonna tighten the screws. Right, so the 3 screws are back in place. Again, I don't have the 4th one. It's broken, so we're good. Just making sure everything is snug and seated properly. All right. The air tube is back in place. The sensor wire looks like it's back in place. Right, let's put back the panel covers. I think this one goes just like this. All right. Okay. Now the battery. All right. There we go. There we go. All right, that was easy. Thank you for watching and see you in another video.